What is up, the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here, and we have a lot of stuff and things to talk about today, so let's get to it. I didn't think that the output was fast enough on this system, so I tripled it. There's 9 tier 5 cow spawners on here now to make our mob juice. And then over here, a couple of people had commented that there was a block that you could do this with, and there is. It's actually called a liquid detector, and it's a Zycraft block that will emit redstone when liquid reaches a level in a tank. So the system I had was fine, and it worked no problem. I just didn't know that this was a thing. So now when the liquid gets to around this level, this emits redstone and turns off the mob juice creator. But you can see here, I've also created the drowning chamber, and this is what we're going to use for killing our ghasts and killing our blazes. So the automated system that we've got pretty much almost done is going to utilize the system, and this is pretty much the exact same design as we use in the sudden stopper. It's just some filters with some redstone pneumatic tubing and a timer that sets it off and a filter. So we got to make sure we get our stuff and things in the filter so we're not voiding it all in the incinerator. But down inside of here, there's a couple of new developments, and I wanted to kind of bring you over and show you what's going on. So in the tree farm, I was having a problem with oak wood not being produced quickly enough, because now over at the hive we're using that to create impregnated sticks. So if we head into the tree farm now, you'll see the changes that we've made. So firstly, I added just a 1 extra block of Zy soil. I couldn't do it here because it intersects with the conglomerate main cube, but everywhere else we did add 1 more Zy soil. And then around the outside edge, I've added all of these lily pads of fertility. And they're kind of a pain in the butt to make, and TOLonewolf nicely donated them to me, but they increase the growth rate of pretty much anything. You can use them for nether wart, wheat, whatever. But we just lowered this down 1, filled it with water, and added these lily pads of fertility. And now the system's working really good. It's overproducing like a mofo. So I've been playing around with the timer here that plants to the saplings and been turning it down slowly. I want to kind of reach an equilibrium where I'm not overproducing or underproducing. So let's stick these saplings in our ME system, and let's get right to the meat of the conversation we're going to have today. So this spawner's gone now, and up here you'll see that we've got a new area. So over here is a new cube, and then inside of here is our automated auto spawner. And over in this area we have some item automation that I want to tell you guys about. So last time I had talked about automating the production of materials with the ME system, and that's what we have going on here. So iron, glass, the ME processors, alloy plates, rubber, gold, silicon plates. These are all automated now. So let me go ahead and grab some glass. And if I pull out a stack of this glass, you'll see this light turns on, and this starts to go, and it starts to create glass. So let's go ahead and pump the glass back in. Light turns off. Good to go. So back here what we have is the same system, or a similar system that I had set up in the last video. So you have an ME storage bus with a barrel on it. And the ME storage bus is configured to hold just the 1 item. So in this instance, it's silicon plates. So then we have the ME export bus set with active signal, and then it's set to always craft items silicon plates. And then I have these level emitters set so that when it gets to 64, it will stop emitting redstone. So it emits redstone when levels are below. And I use a little bit of jacketed wire to provide the signal to the export bus and to the blue light there, so that it lights up. And then I did that across for all of these guys. So I may do another tier of these, another level up here, so that you can have the automation. I can have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more items. And I think that that will be enough. There isn't a ton of things that I need to have automated, but having this stuff on hand, especially these processors, alloy and silicon plates, makes it so that things craft much more quickly. You can get that initial craft on. I can get a solar panel going right away and I don't have to wait. Silicon plates, alloy, those things take a long time to craft. So that's really, really cool. The piece de resistance of what we have going on is this system here. Before I start, I have to give a shout out to TOLonewolf. We've been working on this kind of together. I've been building it and he's been improving it as I've been building it. So definitely want to thank him for his help in the design. But this is an automated auto spawner system. So for now, I haven't got blazes or ghasts hooked up yet, because they're going to be used in a different system. But for now, we have skeletons, ender girls, and witches, and they're all set to automatically spawn when these items reach a certain limit. So let's go ahead and take a look. I was experimenting last night, and what do we have this set for? 1700 for ender balls. So let's take our ender balls, and let's pull out a couple of stacks here till we'll pull it out to 1699. So then you can see that system turns on over there, and then the auto spawner here starts to create ender girls. So if we come inside of here, and turn our sound way down because our ender girls are screaming, you can see the auto spawner has the Enderman Safari Net in it here, and it's being provided mob juice from this liquid tesseract, energy from this pardonnez-moi, energy from this ultimate hybrid solar panel, and then it has this ME interface which tells it that one bone is made with one Safari Net, which would hold the skeleton, one glowstone is made with one Safari Net, which holds a witch, and one ender pearl is made with one Safari Net, which holds the enderman. And then over here we have an ME storage bus, and I just have a Omni wrench in there so that nothing goes in accidentally. And so you can see the system has pulled the auto spawner out, and so it crafted the amount of ender pearls that it wanted. It got over the number that we've assigned for it, and then it pulled the spawner out, and you can see that the Safari Net has gone back into its home in this barrel right here. So let's stick these guys back inside of here, and the wiring and setup to make this work correctly is a little more tricky. So put your technical hat on, because although it's not extremely technical, the settings that you have to use are a little bit techie. So this third one in would be for our enderman, and then down here our export bus is set for active once per pulse and always craft items with ender pearl. And the level emitter is set for 1700, and this is the level emitter that calls for the production of the ender pearls. And up here we have the Safari Net set at active once per pulse, and then this is set for 1705. So it's emit when levels are above limit, 1705. So what that means is that the big trick here, there's a couple of tricks, and one of them is that you're using the active once per pulse. So active once per pulse means that it's not like a continuous, the system's not continuously asking for an item. Each time it sees that it needs an ender pearl, it asks for it once. Then it looks, after time, it shouldn't be too long, but then it looks again. So it's not just continuously crafting, it's crafting in kind of pulses. And then this system is set, like I had said here, it's set at 1705, so 5 higher. So there's a little tiny buffer here that enables the system to, once it hits at 1700, the call for the ender pearl stops. So it stops asking for ender pearls, it no longer wants them. And then once it gets to 1705, because normally there's some endermen in the system still. There's some that are falling, the ender balls are in the sudden stopper, and they haven't moved over to the system yet, they haven't got into storage. So once the system counts up the 5 extra, then it will go ahead and it'll emit a pulse to call for the Safari Net to come back. And yeah, it works good. Like, we had some problems with it last night. Tio and I were playing around with trying to make sure the Safari Net pulled back correctly. The next thing, and I've tried this in a test world, I'm pretty sure that if it calls for 2 items at once, it shouldn't be a problem. It should keep the one item, the one Safari Net in until it gets to the point where it needs to be called back. It'll call it back, and then it'll send the next item in, because they'll all be set to continuously request the item at a pulse. So pretty cool stuff, pretty awesome stuff. I'm gonna be doing a tutorial on it. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit tricky because it is complicated, but it will be interesting and fun. So we'll have a toot out. I don't know if I'll get to it today, but then the next couple of days we'll do tutorial. So the next thing that I'm going to try to set up with you guys today is the auto spawner system that's going to work for the drowning chamber for gas and blaze. So this is kind of what we're thinking is going to work here, what I'm thinking is going to work here. So we're going to use an auto spawner. We're going to fit it inside of these two plates, which we're going to fit with, where's the asphyxiator books? So, like so. So we're going to fit these two Mistcraft portals like so, and then we're going to fix inside of there the spawner, and then when it spawns the mobs, they'll instantly teleport up here into the asphyxiator. So I'm going to work on that a little bit. Make sure if you have any questions about the system, you ask them in the comment section down below. Keep in mind there will be a tutorial on it, so that will help you. That will help to answer your questions and show you how you can build one in your own world, and that will be coming out in a couple of days. So let me play around with this a little bit, and I'll be right back. So I have the initial system set up, pretty straightforward as far as the design. We can talk about it. So over here, above the other spawner room, I had some ME cabling that I had on the external of the conglomerate, and unfortunately we right now don't have any prettier way to do it. This is kind of how it's going to look. We might look at aesthetics in a little bit, but so the system, this is hooked up to the ME system now. So we have our auto spawner here, and we have a energy tesseract that's pumping it with MJs, and we have the liquid tesseract which provides it with the mob juice or mob essence. Here's our ME storage bus and our ME storage interface with our blaze rod and safari net crafting recipes in it. So if we head down over here, and then this thing is called the asphyxiator. So the asphyxiator, I've got a couple books for the asphyxiator right here. Is this a conglomerate? Okay. Make sure we put the right book in the right thing. We do not want these things to spawn in the conglomerate. So let's go like that. And I'm hoping, is that off? What? I think I built it off by one. Oh yeah, it's in the wrong spot for sure. Alright, and now that we've built it in the correct spot, I'm concerned that we may not have enough room for gas to spawn here. It looked bigger in my mind, but everything is set up, everything is in there, everything should be good to go. Why don't we go ahead and head over here and set the blaze rods up for a test. So here's our blaze right here, and if we come down, just double check pulse. Let's go to always craft items. Is that, I can't even remember now. Yeah, always craft items. On redstone pulse, let's get some jacketed wire here. Make sure that the feedback thingy-diddler is set up. Alright, so now we got our feedback. And yeah, set correctly. Set correctly. Let's set this for, just for giggles, I think there was, what, 8 in there? So we're going to just set this for 15 on the top. And then this has to be on the emit when levels below limit. Emit when levels below limit, I need a blaze rod. And then down here, set this guy up for 12, 10, I think. So set for 10, the safari net went out. What the? Oh, everything's happening. Oh, it's working! They are unhappy. It's sending them out. I think it's having trouble. It's doing a spawning algorithm, and because of the limited space, it may be having trouble telling it where to go, and I think that's why they're coming out a little more slowly than they normally would. My biggest concern is they don't spawn outside of the area. So, and then is this thing, let's go ahead and take a look down in here. Oh, you know what? We may want to stick a blaze rod in this filter so that we can actually have blaze rods. Oh my god. So let's take a look and see if we're getting any blaze rods in here. Because of the tick lag that we have, stuff and things do run a little bit more slowly here. So I'm not seeing any blaze rods fall down. Let me make sure I get my coin off. Blaze rods? Are you happy? Give to me blaze rods. That's set correctly. This is set correctly. Is you are pulsing? You're pulsing. Are we getting any blaze rods in the system at all? Let's come over here and take a look. It was at 7. Still at 7. So something's not quite right. We need to troubleshoot this bad boy. Do blazes that die in water not drop blaze rods? Because I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, no, they do. I don't see any rods coming off of these guys. Huh. I'm gonna take a look at this a little bit more closely and see what's going on and come back to you guys. Okay, so the system ended up working as intended. I had to go inside of the suffocation chamber and I had to manually kill them because, and I did not know this, you cannot suffocate blazes. I had no idea that you can't suffocate blazes. I'm pretty sure that I've seen blazes drop blaze rods from suffocating in water, but I guess I'm wrong, so I did not know. We'll have to figure out something else to do. I'm a little bummed out, honestly. I'm a little bummed out that can't be a thing. So I'll work on it. I'll figure something out, though. But regardless, it's cool. I don't even care if you can't do it. It's fun. I just want to send them up there and asphyxiate them. So, just for giggles, could you go in there? That'd be sweet. All right. So just for giggles, I want to see if the gas system's going to work. So we're going to set the gas system to bring us 3 tiers. And let's just double check that everything is set. All the stuff and things are set correctly. Let's get feedback going here. Oh. And this is set for energy pulsar, always craft items. I need a tier. Oh. Did it send it? No. So let's grab a tier. Let's tell it to make. So what's it set for right now? 56. Let's go 57 and 60 just for gigs. I cannot reach. All right. Yeah. This wants to be at 57. So now it's on. Oh no. Oh, it worked! Oh, there's a whole batch of them in there. Oh, this is gonna be loud. Oh no. Oh my god, no way! I hope they can't breathe through that. Oh, they're starting to drown, I think. Does that suck a little bit? Oh. Oh my god, dude. It's the loudest thing ever. So, let's take a look down here. Oh my god. Ghastly tentacles everywhere. So there we got. Oh, we gotta get a tier in here like right now. We could probably get some gunpowder in there too. So we should start seeing some tears. Oh my god. We gotta turn it up. We gotta turn up the volume a little bit. It's so loud. I know, buddy. I feel bad. Their screams, I feel so bad for them. So that system turned off. They is pissed. I don't know what they're firing at out there. Are they firing at me? They must still be firing at me. Oh no! They're wrecking stuff big time. That's not good. How do they see me? Through solid block. Alright, so it worked. Everything worked. Except there's still... How are you seeing me? How is that a thing? What is going on? Oh my god, before you destroy my base. So, I don't know. We may need to rethink this. This killing chamber. It works. It definitely works, but it's a little bit loud, and for some reason they're seeing me through solid block and destroying my base, which we don't want to have that happen. So we may need to move the suffocation chamber. I'd love to make sure that we can continue to integrate blazes and ghasts together in one system, one sort of destruction system for both. So you can see the mob juice system is keeping up quite nicely. We were spawning stuff and it actually hasn't required any juices, or it produced it so quickly that we didn't even notice that it was gone. So yeah, I have a bit more work to do, but some of the stuff and things are working as intended. Oh, I took the top off the sudden stopper too, just because a couple other things. I took this off because the blaze were actually, or the endermen, they're actually dying on top. And I got to move the sudden stop transportation book. And also, when I was dropping the endermen, I don't know if they were getting damaged by friction or what, but there was a larger space. This viewing cube was in one from here. So now the outside edge of this is here. The outside edge was here. So they still had a 3x3 area to fall in, but they were taking damage somehow. So I moved this out one, and it seemed to alleviate that so that they weren't taking any more damage. But yeah, so that was a lot of stuff and things. I hope you guys had fun hanging out, killing blazes for no rods and ghasts that destroyed my base. But yeah, I'll get a little bit smarter hopefully in the next couple of minutes, and we'll figure out a better way to do this. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day.
Hypermine.